y'all, and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kay, and this is my channel where I share all about my knitting, crocheting, any crafty things that I am working on. You can find me over on Instagram and also on Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady. I will have links right down below this video to everywhere that you can find me, as well as links to any shops that I talk about, any project pages that I have. Every project that I show always has a project page linked in the description box. So today is Thursday, November 17th. Yes, November 17th. It is about 12:30. I just had some lunch. I have had a heavy recording day today, kind of a heavy recording week. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that I am working on a new sock design. I talked a bit about it on last week's episode too, and I will show the design, the sock pattern here in just a bit. But I'm also doing a video to go in that sock pattern just to give some different tips and tricks, and it's been a heavy recording week with doing that and a couple of other tutorials. Yes. The weaving in your ends as you go and the pop of color at the cuff are coming. Maybe the same day this podcast goes up, if not the day after. Just got to get them edited, but they are recorded. Finally. You guys have just been asking, and I'm so excited to finally be able to do those tutorials and give those to you. So I've had a lot of things I've been recording this week, and it's been so much fun to be back to doing that. But I thought, let's sit down and do a podcast episode, because last week we did have a giveaway and I wanted to make sure I drew those winners quick, and hopefully I hear from them quick, especially for that Advent countdown bag. I want someone to be able to have that to use in December for the countdown to the holidays. So here we are, just a week later pretty much since the last episode, and only one finished object. That is it, only one. I do have works in progress, of course, the new design to show. We will announce the giveaway winners, and I have some things I received in the mail. So let's dive right in. First, finished objects. Just one fully finished object. I do have two half-finished objects, but the fully finished one is this pair of socks. I was working on these last week, but I did not show them. I just showed the yarn. So this is the November Yarnable colorway, and the sock pattern is one that I test knit for my friend Lindsay of Sock Witchery, and this is the Thursday night socks, and they will be coming out this next Wednesday. I'm pretty sure I put it in my show notes. Let's double check. Next Wednesday, which I'm pretty sure that's the 23rd. So that is when this comes out. Thursday Night Socks by Sock Witchery. Such a fun mindless knit. I was so happy to test knit these for her. Give you a little look here at the pattern. So good. If you've ever knit any of Lindsay's patterns, you know they are so well written, and they are always such a fun, mindless knit. So if you are somebody who loves that like potato chippy kind of texture in pattern in your socks, highly recommend her sock patterns. So these will be for Eric for Christmas. I'm going to put these aside. He saw me working on them, but I did not tell him that they were for him. So I'm going to put these aside for Christmas. My sock blockers, I do have these linked in my Amazon storefront. At one point they were sold out on there, but I think they might be back. Not positive, but I do have those linked on there. All right, that's the only finished object. That's it. I did knit those Magic Loop. I did not say Magic Loop US 1 2.25 millimeter and size medium in the pattern is what I did for Eric. Okay, works in progress. Let's talk about the new design first off. So last time I showed the yarn I was using for the first sample that I knit up. So here is the first sample. This is the Candy Cane Stripes sock. This one I just grabbed some scraps and had some fun and knit these up. So they are a play on scrappy stripy socks, which y'all know I love. and I just have one done so far out of this pair because the yarn from Whitney came earlier than I expected it to, and I could not resist getting that started. So I have this one here on a sock blocker. Look how cute that is. This yarn is so perfect for like candy canes. I just love it so much. Absolutely love it. So this design will be coming out December 1st is my, fingers crossed, everything's good to go, release date. And the set that I used is from Moonglow Yarn Co. It is her Candy Cane Lane sock set. And I do not know if she's released a date yet, but I know I saw that she was going to do one more update for these, that she was working on dyeing up more of those. So definitely head over and follow her. She always posts on Instagram when her updates are going to be so that you can try to grab one of these if you want one of these sets. You can, of course, you see it looks amazing in some scraps. Dive into your scraps, see what you got. The video that I'm working on for the pattern, this is color work. I will say, I don't know that I said that. This is color work, but it is very, very easy. If you've never done color work, I feel like this one would be a good one to start with. So the video I'm working on for the pattern will not be a step-by-step tutorial on how to knit a sock start to finish. I already have those on YouTube, so if you're just learning with socks, I recommend one of those. This video will be more of a tips and tricks. I do show you how I do color work, how I hold my yarn in two hands, and how to carry, you know, your yarn, do your floats. I show you all of that. But it is not start to finish how to knit this sock. Also in the video, I'll go over just, you know, how you can use different yarns, when to weigh your yarns. So it's going to have a lot of tips and tricks and things to help you along the way. And I hope that you guys are excited. I know when I announced it on Instagram, so many people on Instagram were so excited about this pattern, and it made my heart so happy because I really I love this one so much. And I have so many fun variations of scrappy stripy socks in the works, and I can't wait to do them. So this one, Candy Cane Stripes, December 1st. Keep an eye out for that one. So I do have the second sock started. I have it in the bag from Daisy Girl and Company. A peekaboo bag. It's kind of a mess in here. I've got like my pattern where I've just been like jotting down any more notes I want to add to it, and I do have the second one started. So I am knitting this on 9-inch. You can of course use any method that you like to knit in the round. I'm just using 9-inch. I prefer to just have a circular for color work if I can. So I'm using that, and I did go up a needle size for the color work. I advise that in the pattern, and I do talk about that in the video as well, and different ways to make sure that your sock is fitting as you go, and tips for making sure that your floats are not too tight. So all of that will be included. I'll help you guys along. But yeah, I did go up a needle size. So I did a US 1 for the cuff, and then a US 1.5 for the collar work, just to make sure everything was fitting. So the set from Whitney came with a full skein of yarn, her Cottonwood Breeze. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. That's what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, they're all 5 here. And then 5 mini skeins. So this has been so much fun to knit up. I can't wait to go work on it some more after I'm done recording, because I need to get pictures done hopefully this weekend. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, I have just a couple of other works in progress. You guys saw these last week, but they have had a little bit of progress, so I thought we would show them. I have worked on the dishcloths more, but I have not finished that kitchenette colorway. So I didn't bring those down to show. I'm on the last dishcloth, the 7th, where I will use gray to finish it off. So I'm almost done. next episode, I should be done. I don't know that there'll be an episode next week. It's Thanksgiving here in the States, and we do have company coming into town. My mother-in-law is coming into town. We might be having some friends over as well on Thanksgiving, and then my sister-in-law is coming in. I think she's coming in Friday and staying till Saturday, or Saturday till Sunday. She's coming in at some point. So I don't think there will be a video next week. I'll kind of be taking that week off. And then I'm trying to decide. I may, because we only have that. Let's just think about this while we're here, and y'all can let me know. So I think, yes, then we only have part of the week after that, and then Vlogmas starts. Oh my goodness. So maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll do like one final episode for the month of November on like the 28th or something. But I kind of think I want to, I know Lindsay of Sock Witchery has talked about doing a Vlogmas Day 0. And I kind of think that's a fun idea. To like talk about Vlogmas and what y'all can expect from Vlogmas. Talk about the different projects I'm going to be doing. Kind of just like an intro to Vlogmas. And then day 1 isn't so like completely jam-packed full with all the information. So maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We will see what happens. But maybe I'll do like one final episode and then an intro to Vlogmas. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? Okay, so 3 works in progress. First one is in a bag from Stolen Minutes. And it is my Ghost Stories socks. Yes, I still have one lingering Halloween sock, work in progress. Talked last time about goals, and I feel like I'm gonna maybe be okay with my goals. We'll see. This one, the first one's done. That was done last time. The second one is now past the heel. You can see I alternated heel and cuff toe collars. I thought that would be fun. And I am through the heel, and I think I have a few more rounds. What is going, oh, the needle is like, I just pulled my needle out, you guys. Oh man. Oh, that's a bummer. It's all right. We'll pick up stitches later. Okay, so through the heel, onto the gusset decreases. I worked on this so much last night. We had a couple of parent meetings for basketball, so this got a lot of work during those meetings. And don't worry, I'm not scared. I'll just pick up those stitches. Don't be scared. Don't worry. I will just pick those up later. That can happen with DPNs. It's all good though. Not a big deal. I didn't even tell you what yarn that was. I got distracted by ripping the needle out. So that is a Homespun House in her Ghost Stories sock set. I love it. I will have that done by the end of the month. That would be good to work on over like Thanksgiving, those couple of days. That would be a good project because it's just plain stockinette. Speaking of, let me show this before I forget that it's back here. This is what I was using for the pop of color at the cuff and weaving in ends as you go tutorial. So I started a pair of socks for my niece Lily. I'm going to gift these to her as part of her Christmas gift. She's also getting Pretty Pretty Princess, and I can't wait to play it with her. I'm so excited. I might be more excited than she probably will be to get it. So I just have a little bit done on this. I'm using 9-inch circulars. I believe these are US 0 2mm. Did pop of color at the cuff, and I only did 15 rounds for this cuff since they are for her. And I'm also only doing 60 stitches. So shorter cuff, not as many stitches in the rounds, but I know from trying socks on her that 60 stitches will work for her. The yarn I'm using, I have minis left from Holly Press Fibers Minecraft mini skein set. Have them in just a little Ziploc sandwich bag here. So I'm going to do Rainbow Scrappy Stripey for her. I don't think, typically with Scrappy Stripey, I do 8 rounds for the leg. I don't, or for the stripes, 8 rounds per stripe for the leg. I don't think that I will do that many rounds per stripe. I haven't yet decided how many I will do, but I think using all of those would make too long of a leg for her. So I'm going to kind of figure it out as I go. The main color that I'm using was sent to me by my friend Kristen because I had talked about doing these for socks for Lily, and it is Lolo Did It Everyday Sock. Every flavor bean, is that what it says? Yes, every flavor bean. It's getting a little bit blown out, but it's very, very pretty. Lots of speckles in all the colors, so I think it'll work very nice. Okay, I wanted to show that because I totally would have forgot that was back there. My other 2 works in progress are my sweaters. So I did finish the last lace section on my Lace and Fade Boxy. This is in a bag from Bags by Awesome Granny. And I've started on the last color. This pattern is by Joji Locatelli. Can you see it all? Yes. So last lace section is done. I have only done 2 rounds of the next color. I need to double check the pattern. I stopped because I knew at some point I have to start ribbing, and I couldn't remember what the measurement was, so I need to double check it and see. I think I still have a bit to go. Maybe not too much longer, but yeah, I just need to double check that. And this one's just moving right along. This yarn is Moonglow Yarn Co. in a set that she had up for the Lace and Fade Boxy. So like I said, I feel like my goals are doing good in just a week's time. I finished that lace mohair. I'm on the last color. Those sleeves will go so quickly. And wait until you see the progress that I've made on this sweater. This is in a bag from Mountain Stay Stitches. This is my DRK Everyday Sweater. It's a pattern by Andrea Mowry. The yarn I'm using is Wool of the Andes Sport Weight in Claret Heather. And I have a sleeve done, y'all. One sleeve. And the second sleeve is going. So here, show you the front. Not that it really matters, but look at that. Look at that sleeve. And look at this sleeve. You guys, this is just going to be straight knitting now. Okay, so I made the body longer. I talked about that last time. The sleeves, I did not do any decreases. None. Just knit plain. When I got to the last round before the cuff, I did a rapid decrease. So I just figured out, it tells you in the pattern, you know, how many stitches you should decrease to for the decreases. So I took that number that I should have decreased to and just decreased to that in 1 round. Just as many knit 2 togethers as you have to do to get there. Then I did my cuff as, you know, it stated to knit the cuff, and I love it. I love the sleeve that creates. It's kind of a balloon sleeve. It looks so good on, kind of like a little bit like this, like just that it's not baggy at all. And I did not knit this, by the way. I always get asked if it's like a sweater kind of like this if I knit it. I did not knit this one. This one is from Stitch Fix. But yeah, I can't wait. So my markers here, if you're wondering what those are marking, if I did not do the decreases, I did my mark every 10 rounds. Just like I do on my socks on this sleeve. That is typically what I do. What that lets me do is just knit and not have to measure a million times on this. And I can just every 10 rounds take a marker. You know, I work from the underarm up just like over here, take a marker out every 10 rounds and move it over. Sometimes I'll knit like 20, 30 rounds and then move a couple, but that just makes it so that I don't have to measure at all. I marked in the pattern how many rounds I did for the cuff. So when I get to the cuff, I'll just like look at that and do the ribbing for as many rounds for the cuff. It's just something that's easier for me and my brain to comprehend. And I don't like to just measure because sometimes it can be so, like maybe you had it more stretched out on the other sleeve than you do on this one when you're measuring. So then your sleeves are going to be off. This way, you know, as long as my gauge doesn't change from one sleeve to the next, my sleeves are going to match when they're done. So that's just what works for me. I love these little light bulb markers. I have them everywhere. So yeah, I wanted to have this done by Saturday. We have an event that we're going to with our friend Janet on Saturday, and I really wanted to have this done to wear, but there's no way. It's Thursday. It would not be, I could finish it, but I wouldn't have time to block it and dry it more than likely. So that is okay. It is all right. Maybe I'll have it done to wear on Thanksgiving or something, but yeah, I love it. So happy that I have made so much progress on that. All right. That is it for works in progress. We're moving right along on this one. It won't be as long as the last time. So let's talk about mail for a minute. Not as much as last time again. And then we'll announce the giveaway winners. So I did get a couple of things in the mail. Scooch them over here. So Jenny of Mountain State Stitches had a project bag update, and I did snag one of her Christmas bags. I love this fabric so very much. And then the inside, look at that. She's got pockets over here. I believe this is her large size, is what she calls this size. But I love it. This is going to be so good for an Advent project. I can't wait to get one in here. So I got that. I received both of the self-striping Advent skeins that I purchased. I still have them in the packaging, so don't worry, I'm not going to show any spoilers. But if you've never heard of these are, you could do other things with them. Obviously, you could probably guess I do socks. So you do a stripe a day. That's what I like to do. Last year I just had the Cozy Knitter. I've done hers, I think every year that she's done it. And last year I did 2 pairs of socks. So I split the skein in half and then split it in half again. Each one in half again, so that I could do 2 pairs of socks, 4 socks, a stripe a day on each. And I had one for myself and then a pair for my mother-in-law. So that's my plan again this year, but with 2 self-striping Advents, because I'm crazy and I have these crazy ideas, and we're gonna see how it goes. So like I said, they're still in the packaging. That's all you're gonna see. So I have the Cozy Knitter again this year because I've done it every year, so I have to keep going with it. So that one is here. And then this year I also got Freckled Whimsy. So I've got both of these, and they say don't open until December 1st, but I'll be honest, I'm going to open them before December 1st, but I will not share it and I will not spoil anything for anyone ever. So I'm going to open them so that I can have everything ready to go before December 1st. I'll probably wait until like November 30th or something. I'm not quite sure, but I will open them. I will cake them up, especially since I am splitting the everything so much to be able to do 2 pairs of socks with each one. I'm going to have 8 socks going. That's a lot. Maybe that's a little too much. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. If I get overwhelmed, I'll set one aside and finish it after the other pair is done. It's fine. So that's the plan. I have some bear yarn that this one I actually have no idea where it came from. When I was organizing all the cabinets, this guy showed up in a cubby. I don't know where he came from. It's just a bear. Looks like it's undyed yarn. No tag, label, nothing. So I'm going to use this, and then I have, it's caked up in there, but I have the leftovers from what I used for last year's Cozy Knitter. Same thing, it's just like a cream bear yarn. So I'll probably I'll weigh that and see if I have enough to use that for the Cozy Knitter. If I do, that'll be for all 4, like the 2 pairs with the Cozy Knitter, and then I'll use this for the Freckled Whimsy. I did get a mini with the Freckled Whimsy, a 20-gram mini, so I may end up using that for like the heels on them or something, or just throw it in somewhere somehow, or I might not use it at all. We will see. But I love the look of just the cream or bear for the cuffs, heels, and the toes on these self-striping socks. I think it's so much fun. So you'll be seeing those throughout Vlogmas. I can't wait to open them. I've loved the Cozy Knitter, and this is the first year I've gotten Freckled Whimsy. I think Advent knitting is just going to be, like, can that be my full-time job in December? Can that be like all I do? Do you think my family would be okay with that? Mom can't do that today. Mom's got Advent knitting. That's all I can do right now. Just kidding. Just kidding. I would not do that. Okay. Last thing. This is the last thing I got, right? Yes, it is. Is it a big bag? I'm gonna have to pull it all out. So never mind. So I'm not gonna pull this all out, but I'm going to have to get to it. So I ordered some yarn for the rose cardigan. This is a pattern by Andrea Mowry that's been out for, I don't know exactly how long, but it's been a while, and it's been in my favorites since the day it came out. I love this cardigan so much. It is so beautiful. And I watched Andrea Mowry's little podcast that she does. If you haven't watched it, it's so informative. Spinning, knitting, she answers questions that people send in, and I always feel like I go away learning something. Even if it's something about spinning, I'm not a spinner, but she just has a great way of talking and explaining things, and yeah, I highly recommend checking it out. But anyway, she had that on in one of her, not like, it wasn't too long ago, an episode, the cardigan, and I remembered, I'm like, oh man, I really want to knit that. So I got on Instagram and I asked who had some fade kits, or, you know, would love, you know, to help me put together one, and Little Wolf Knits reached out that these colors would work great together. So I have all of this yarn, but she said that her DK weight base would work great for this. So that is what I've got here. It is the Little Wolf Knits. And it's 274 yards, 100 grams, 100% superwash DK weight. So this one is called Sandy Cheeks. Then we have Low Tide. Grab these out of here. Sea Foam. And Skinny Dipping. I can't wait to make this. You guys, look how pretty that is. January. Maybe even before January. I don't know. Advent knitting's done. This is happening. Right here. I can't wait. She also had this cute little progress keeper in here. Let me take it out of the bag. She messaged me and said, make sure you check down in there. There's something that could get lost. And I'm so glad I found it, because you guys, I love chocolate donuts. Like chocolate glazed donuts. Like the chocolate cake ones. They're my favorite kind of donut. And it is like the tiniest, cutest little thing. It's so hard to even show you, but it is so cute. I love it. Make sure I set that back there so that I don't end up losing it. So yeah, I have the yarn for my rose cardigan. It is 100%, I feel like it has to be the next cardigan or, you know, garment that I cast on. It just looks so comfy and cozy just to throw on over anything. And I can't, these collars are just absolutely gorgeous. So happy with that. All right, so our giveaway winners from last episode. It has been such a crazy day that I have not had a chance to pull the episode up and put it in with like the comments and the random generator and all of those things. So I'm going to put names on the bottom of the screen here for each one. So the first giveaway, we have the assigned pulling sock set, either Christmas or Halloween. The winner gets to choose for this. So that winner will be right here on the bottom of the screen. Congratulations. If you would just email me, all winners will need to email me at crazysockladypodcast@gmail.com. I will need your shipping information. And then for this one, please let me know if you want the Christmas or the Halloween sock set. Our next two giveaways, I'll put both of these winners on the bottom of the screen. These are for the Hocus Pocus skeins. So each winner will receive one skein of Hocus Pocus from Arcane Fiberworks. And same thing, email me shipping information so I can get that sent out to you. Our last giveaway was for the countdown bag from Barley and Pearls, and we have the large and the medium size. So the winner will be here on the bottom of the screen. Please email me your shipping information and whether you want the large countdown bag or the medium-sized countdown bag. So congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you guys so much for everybody who entered. All right, I think that's it for the knitting stuff. So I am just gonna chat life stuff for a bit. And I actually, last episode, when I was editing it, I was like, oh my gosh, you did not even talk about your trip to Kentucky or tell your story about the concert. I totally spaced. So we did go on a trip to Louisville, Kentucky with my sister. It was me, my husband Eric, my sister Cassie, and her husband James. We went down on a Wednesday and came home on a Friday. And we actually had such a great time that they came back to our house on Friday and then went home on Saturday. We were not ready for the time together to end. It was such a great trip. We always have the best time with them. They are just, they're a lot like Eric and I in that they are so laid back and just want to relax and have a good time. And it's low stress and it's like, oh, you want to go here? Okay, let's go here. And then let's go there. It's not this, we have to do this and this and this. And it's just very relaxed every time we get together with them. So we had such a nice time. My sister and I did go to the Marcus Mumford concert. So we are huge Mumford & Sons fans and he's doing a solo thing. So we did go see his concert Wednesday night and we actually got to meet him. So I don't even know where to begin with the story because it was pretty embarrassing. I totally fangirled, I guess. I don't even know what happened to me. I've never really met anybody that I feel their music or their work has had such an impact on my life like his has. I mean, when I talk about that we're fans, we are probably more than fans. We're a little obsessed with their music and I don't even know what happened. So we waited around after the show. We knew from other people that have met him after these shows that they kind of waited around the back and, you know, if they saw the tour bus, waited by the bus. So we did that. There was a handful of other people there waiting as well. And we are standing on the corner and he walks by. And at first we didn't know who it was because he had on a ball cap and a coat and I don't know. It just not what we are used to seeing him in during a show or in a picture or something, I guess. So we just kind of stood there and he's walking by talking to his security guard and I'm like, hi. And then that's the only word that would come out of my mouth. That's it. He looked up and he said, hello. And then thankfully my sister could form words, like words could come out of her mouth. And she had a conversation with him and told him how great the show was, asked if it would be okay if we got a picture with him. Meanwhile, I'm still standing on the corner watching this interaction happen. because I can't move or talk. And my sister goes to take a picture with him and then says, Kayla, you need to get over here in this picture. And I moved and got a picture. So I will put the picture up here. Amazing to meet him. I just wish there's so many things I would have liked to have said and nothing would come out of my mouth. Things were in my head. My mouth was not cooperating. I literally said nothing else the entire time. I mean, it wasn't a long interaction with him. It was very short. We didn't want to take up a lot of his time. You know, we really just wanted to tell him how amazing his music is. And it's something that's really bonded us as sisters in our adult life, is our love of their music. We even got tattoos, you guys. If you saw on Instagram, we got Mumford & Sons tattoos, and we didn't show him our tattoos. Oh gosh, yeah, I was so embarrassed that I just stood there. I could not say any words. So that's kind of my funny story about our trip to Kentucky, where I froze and I don't even know what happened, but at least Cassie had a conversation. We got a picture. Great memory, great night, great time with my sister. I just wish I would have said words other than hi. Oh my goodness. Okay, so other than that, I forgot to tell that story last time, but it's only been a week, so really not much has went on. We had some meetings for basketball. Wyatt has started wrestling, says he is loving it, so that is good. It's just been 3 practices so far, so he's not too far into the season, but I really feel like that's just going to be our life from now until February, maybe March, is winter sports. That is what we will be doing in our free time. This weekend, we do have an event with our friend Janet. We got invited to do a VIP event at Lock 27 for their 10th anniversary. So I guess just because we're such regulars, we got invited, and we're going to pick Janet up and take her. She got invited too, so we're going to take her along with us down to the downtown Lock 27 location this weekend on Saturday and go do that. So it should be fun. We get to try some new things that haven't been released yet, and I think they're going to feed us. I'm not really quite sure what all it entails, but it should be a good time. And then Thanksgiving's next week. I probably won't have a video up between now and Thanksgiving other than maybe the tutorials that I talked about earlier, but yeah, we just have some family coming into town, my mother-in-law, and then my sister-in-law is thinking of coming after Thanksgiving, and we may have a couple of our good friends over for Thanksgiving for dinner. So that'll be about it. The kids will have a couple days off school. It'll be nice to just kind of slow down and relax and enjoy the holiday. I hope that if you are in the States, you have a great Thanksgiving. Let's see, was there anything else? Oh, I was just gonna reading right now. I am reading. I started The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. That was the one I had downloaded last week that I couldn't remember which one it was. It is The Last Time I Lied, so I'm reading that one. The Elvis book, I think I'm kind of learning I'm not really one for those kind of books. Or maybe it's just that one. I don't know, but I cannot get into it. So when I read, I typically, it's very rare that I'll read throughout the day. Usually I read at night, in bed, before I go to sleep. Here lately, we've been so go, 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 and we've had a couple of later nights with parent meetings for the kids or late practices or, you know, random things. So when I lay down to read, sometimes I might read a page or 2 pages. I fall asleep like as soon as my head hits the pillow, it seems like. So I don't always get to read a lot. So books take a while, and I'm just finding that the Elvis one is not catching my interest. So I started the Riley Sager one, and it is catching my interest, and it's like I need something that'll catch my interest and I'll read more than a page. Really, because I get so tired. So if it doesn't draw me in, it takes me really ages to read a book. Watching, we finished Friend of the Family. That is on Peacock. Very good. We are watching The Crown, the new season of The Crown, and Yellowstone just started this past Sunday. So we are watching that. I made myself stay up and watch the Yellowstone premiere, and it was so good. I'm not going to give anything away on any of those things, but yeah, definitely love Yellowstone. And that's kind of all that we have been up to. So I hope that you guys are doing good. I hope you enjoyed catching up with me on this episode. Keep an eye out for the candy cane stripes sock pattern. Hopefully I'll come back the week after Thanksgiving, leading up to Vlogmas. Like I said, maybe a podcast episode just to catch you guys up on if I've finished anything else or what my progress is for things I wanted to finish in November, and then maybe an intro to Vlogmas type video. There will at least be one video, I would say, before the end of November. One more sit down chat kind of a video. So I will see y'all then, and until then, happy knitting. Bye.